out there. Hey, check it out. Rappers in my backyard. Rappers in my backyard. Rappers in my backyard. Ooh.
What's up, family? Welcome to another exciting episode of Rappers in My Backyard, the podcast that stays lit. We rap about relationships, music, and entertainment. And today, let me tell you, is no exception. Today, we're going to be talking about the relationship between the DJ and her audience. And with today's guest, we have DJ Spark, who's going to lay the groundwork about how that relationship is really very, very special and how she does it every time she gets up there to spin records. Also, we're going to be throwing on the grill today snacks. I mean, with this being in my bunker, I'm telling you, these snacks is killing me, and I need to throw those on the grill, and so should you. We're going to talk about that. And you guys know I love setting the table with an amazing quote for the amazing guest we have. So here's the quote. Music is our drug, and the DJ is our dealer. So that came from Hot DJ Gear, and that sets us up nice to meet this amazing DJ and amazing talent, and I'm so happy to have her. We got in the backyard today, the one, the only DJ Spark is here. Oh my God!
What up? How?
You tell me, man, we doing this bunker thing. We can't be together. What's up?
Right. You know, when this is all over, we're gonna do it in real life, though. You know.
Yeah, this is real life, but I mean to touch you and be able to have your vibe. You know, This is what the audience is getting right now. You know,
right? Yeah, got that energy, that in-person energy.
Yeah,
I can feel you over the night. I definitely feel you. Your vibration is up here. It's high level, so I'm happy to be able to, sit down and chat with y'all and let's put something on the grill. Let's do it.
Yeah, we got to throw snacks on the grill today, man, because we'll talk about that probably after the break. But DJ Spark, I just want the audience to know who basically molded you and influenced you to do this thing called being a DJ.
Well, okay. So I think you already had I think mother on about 2 or 3 weeks ago. My mother, Silky D, she actually first female DJ. Yeah, first female DJ in Cali. Through that, although see, I'm a little different. My mother actually didn't want me to pursue music. And I mean, I had full scholarship. I was supposed to go to Spelman, and somewhere along the lines, music took over. I have a lot of locals that were like my mother's friends who are the reason for me being who I am today. Your husband, one of the people also included in that pile of gumbo men that I have in my life that, taught me a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then I think all of those different influences is who I am today as a musician. Because I consider, DJ, we are musicians in some shape or form. And our instrument are turntables. So I have people like DJ Invisible Man, DJ Candyman, that both of them gave me my first appearance on KJLH on radio when I was 14. Because I started DJing, I started learning when I was 10, and then I did my first parties at 12, which was for my school, and it worked out great because I'm the same age as the people I'm partying with. I know what we want to hear, you know. So my
Right.
school, it was just always they just started hiring me, and I mean, it worked out. I was my own independent business owner at 12, you know, using myself as a business. And so 14, I did the radio, Candyman and Invisible Man.
Okay.
I got guys like Mark Love, DJ Insane. I mean, there's a lot of guys. Bobcat, Egyptian Lover, because my mom was, you know, around him a lot through the whole Uncle Jam's Army situation. You know, they all contributed to me in some shape or form. My mother, as you know, she, you know, had a sound and lighting company that most of the DJs in LA rented from. So
Right.
I got the experience of learning how to build my own speakers, and basically repairing. I learned how to repair also at the same time that I was, you know, DJing. So it you know, helped me a lot. I think still to this day, just knowing, having that knowledge, it enabled me to grow other relationships that I have now, like my relationship with Gibson as a beta tester, or, you know, I'm able to talk to them in technical terms, and a lot of DJs aren't able to do
Right.
that. You know, because I know, okay, underneath this platter, underneath this plate, you know, I can repair my own turntable would be, you know. So
Right.
you know, I'm very grateful for
Trade.
everybody.
Jack of all trades. I mean, that's the best thing that you can do is be able to play the music and also be able to fix your equipment in case anything goes wrong. So I commend you for that. But when would you say was the age that you knew that you wanted DJing to be your profession, and why?
Okay, I believe that happened somewhere 17, 18 is when
Okay.
I actually, because from 12 to 18, I really just still thought of it as a hobby. It wasn't until I actually gave up my scholarship and set at, you know, when I was 17, that I realized, like, okay, this, I guess, is something real for me, you know.
Okay.
And it, yeah, it's just, at that point, it was just all about music. And, you know, my family is very much about school, both sides. So it was disappointing, to say the least, to you know, a lot of my relatives, that I decided to do music instead of going to school and pursuing to be a heart surgeon or a scientist, because that's what I was doing. You couldn't tell me different.
Right.
And music was like, no, you're not. And what's crazy is I can remember a conversation with my grandmother, my father's mother, and she told me that she knew I was going to do music when I was like 5. And I think that is so crazy, because I just really wasn't that for me. But I think she, according to, you know, what she said to me, I think she saw that I, you know, love to dance, like to dance. I don't know, made it different for me through her eyes, that she was like, this ain't just you dancing, you know, this you really love this music. So
Right.
you know, that's crazy. But yeah, around 17 is when I realized, okay, this is fun.
Wow. I mean, grandmothers, you know, my grandmother, they could see a lot in us, you know, when we're
Yeah.
growing up, because I was only 16 years old, and my grandmother told me, you ain't going to have no kids. You don't want no kids. You want to be a businesswoman and a career woman.
Wow.
And you know what? That's actually right. I seen them struggling with kids and stuff like that. And I was just like, I don't think I want to do that. You know,
Wow.
but it's funny now that I'm an adult, I don't have any kids. So she was absolutely right. And I'm pursuing my career and just moving up the mountain that way. So I miss the kid gene. I just don't have that one. But I'm working on it.
And you know, and we're opposite. I'm an only child, and so I've always wanted siblings, right? And
Right.
my father remarried, and I have a brother through him. But still, I was raised in an only child environment because we're 10 years apart, right?
Right.
So that I've always wanted like 5 kids. Always wanted 5 kids. I have 0.
0 kids. I was going to say, if you get 5, I'll go ahead and I'll babysit them, you know, and that sort of thing. And then I'll be able to send them back to you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. But, you know, I'm also the oldest grandchild on one side, so it makes me the favorite cousin because I'm also, you know, the cool cousin,
Right.
who travels and knows all these stars that my little cousins loves. It's interesting that I feel have contributed
Right.
to my younger relatives in a way where it's, you know, some like my little brother used to call me mom for a long time just because I just that's my baby, you know, like I did everything for him. But I just think that's funny that, you know, your grandmother saw that in you and you didn't, and I wanted 5 and I have none. But
Right.
life is interesting.
Yes, it is. It morphs with or without you. Now you've been to over 23 different countries. What I want to know as a female DJ, what is the difference? Were you treated any differently? Did you see different things, or you were going to these different countries and dealing with these different cultures? How did you come across in those sort of settings?
Well, you know, like you're saying, in other cultures, there is a difference between the role of a woman and the role of a man. And I think being in entertainment, you know, kind of gives me a pass, but I have very much experience in certain places, experience like discomfort someone else seeing me do what I do as a woman and feeling like I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. You know, it's very, you know, because I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm a submissive woman. In a lot of those cultures, women are submissive. You know, to have to direct, because with certain artists, you know, with Amarion, usually it would be an eye and maybe 2 dancers, and sometimes no dancers at all, and then the bodyguard. Well, the bodyguard is just in charge of, you know, the logistics of the space and safety, right? Well, my job is to organize that and make sure the equipment is there and things like that. So I'm giving instructions to these men who don't have, you know, the security of liking the way that I'm dealing with. It's very uncomfortable. So
Right.
I have a couple of videos actually that I watched not so long ago where I'm, you know, having to say things over because you're ignoring me because I'm a woman. That's what it comes down to, you know. And but I stay firm in my. I mean, bottom line is I'm going to do my job, and my job in that scenario was to make sure that our sound check goes right. Because without the sound check going right, then the artist can't perform to his full capacity, and that falls on me.
Right. And you want to make sure that you're giving them what they want. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So how has being a DJ changed your life? You know, because you've DJed with some of the best in the industry. How has it changed your life?
In so many ways, DJing has molded my personality, or my outlook on life, because I have experience. You know, especially in our culture, in Black culture, you know, we kind of stay in a box. We stay in our community. It's safe. We know what this is, and doing anything outside of that is very uncomfortable. Well, my life actually has just been, I think, out of the normal in different ways, even before I was a DJ. So I just feel like I'm just following my path. You know, I've always had the yin and the yang. You know, half of my family is you know, just doing okay, and then I have this other side of my family that is above doing okay. So I have the experiences of suburban California, or and then the city life where I got two uncles that was affiliated, and I know the hood, but I also have this other experience. My first cruise, my aunt took me on a cruise. I was 10 years old, so I had already been given tools that broadened my horizons, and DJing took that and multiplied it, because now I'm doing this from a business perspective, and I have this wide group of people I can affect, or just penetrate my joy for music into them, because that's I think the biggest part about being a DJ is it's a selfless industry, or selfless position to be in, because it doesn't matter if I'm having a good time if the people I'm DJing for are not. Then you'll have 50,000 people saying you're the worst DJ on the world, and you'll think that you smashed it. It's like, it doesn't work that way. Those 50,000 people can either love you and grow with you and want to follow you and continue to pay your bills, or they can stop you and have you change into a different career. And that's just really I think the most important part, or how DJing has affected me. I realize that it's very selfless. If the people aren't having fun, then I'm not doing my job well, and I need to figure out what it is that I need to do to communicate. And because I've visited Japan over 20 times at this point in my life, and Japan's the one country can just drop me off. As long as you drop me off and shit, I'm good. I know how to order my food. I know I know places I like, and I've done shows where no one in the room speaks English, but music is a language that we both understand.
It brings it together.
Yeah,
it really does.
And it also forces me to be more creative with my audience. The last time we were there, which was last year, I at this point we go with Miss Hathaway. We go once a year, and we do bingo in Tokyo and in Osaka. And so I included translation of what I wanted to say. So I asked somebody, hey, how do I say this? And recorded them saying it, and I included that in my opening set. And it was just like, yo, they loved it.
We loved you when you did that.
Yeah, they loved it, because if I took extra effort include their language into my set as an American, so it's you have to figure out what works for you and what works for the people. Just the goal is to just make everybody happy.
So what was the wildest party or event that you've ever done?
Oh my gosh.
And you ain't gotta say no names. I just want to hear the wild, because geez, you'd have been all around the world from Japan to Amsterdam. What is a wild party that you did? You gotta talk about that one.
Wildest party I've ever done. Gosh, I
don't tell him on anybody.
I'm going to name a name because it's very important that people understand the wildest party I think I've ever done. It would have to be affiliated with T-Pain. He's the most craziest, out the box, funny dude, and I mean anything can happen at a T-Pain party, literally.
Wow, I love T-Pain.
Yeah, that would probably be the wildest event I've ever had to do. Is him, because he's full of like the vibe.
Give me one thing that made it wild. I mean, I know, he be at the bar, he got his song Bartender, but what was wild about it? Was there all these activities? Were there girls swinging from the walls? What was wild about this party?
Well, he's very much into his porn. So,
okay.
It's a club at his home, built into his house. And so
wow.
you got CVT screens on the wall. The TV screens are showing porn. You got blow up dolls flying around the place. Like he's very he loves just outrageous things.
Right.
But it's so cool. It's so cool. Like you can restrict it, even though I'm not really a porn person. It's just like, okay, but I like how you put from a video, a creative standpoint. I'm like, okay, I like how you did that. That was kind of cool. If it's a theme party, he kills it.
Right.
If you're in competition to throw a party with T-Pain, just forgive up. He won.
You gotta come scoop me up the next time T-Pain have a party, and I need to roll in there with you, because I got to see what's going on. That would be a great party right there.
Yeah,
I would love that. What would you say, because this whole conversation is about the relationship that you guys build with your audience. So what would you say is our relationship as the listeners? What our relationship might be or is with you as the DJ? How's that relationship?
Open-minded. I think, in club, let's talk club or festival. Festival is the ultimate scene for me. Festivals allow for me to be just more in a festival scenario, meaning, people don't mind if you're making fun of them, or, in the club, everybody, they want to be cool, and, I'm not gonna bust a sweat, but in festival, people come with this sort of just free. Most festivals are in the day, so it's like, oh, it's a day party vibe. I'm feeling, all right, we're gonna drink, it's a very different atmosphere. And so in the festival, I think, it's a little more open-minded, so that's a part of it. And just it's a music and how music feels to you. I love any genre of music. I don't have a favorite per se. But what matters to me most is that it feels good.
Right. You know what? I want you to keep it right there. I just got the flag that we need to go to break. But I want us to continue this conversation, because that relationship is really, really important. And it's why you guys make all the money and bring all the heat to the party. So we're getting ready to go to break. So audience, we want you to stay with us. Myself and DJ Spark, we got the heat coming with the grill and everything after the break. So you guys hang tight, and me and the DJ Spark will be right back. Love you guys. See you in 2 and 2.
This is Silky D, chilling with Lisa O, right here in Rappers in My Backyard.
Yo, it's your girl Miss Toy, you know that real in the city. I'm chilling with my girl Lisa O in the backyard, where the rappers be.
Hey, family. Thank you so much for hanging with us. I mean, me and DJ Spark was running our mouth the whole break. It went so quick. I mean, she has such a great knowledge about music and records and just about how she really wants to bring her message across through her music. So we're going to get back to our conversation with DJ Spark. So come on back in, DJ Spark.
What up? What up? We never left. We never left. We was talking a lot.
So let's talk about that relationship between the DJ and your audience. How you lock those people in so that you can basically take them through the journey that you've prepared with them through the records that you spin.
Yeah.
Let's get back to that.
Yes. So again, it has to, there has to be an open-mindedness for the listener, right? You have to be open to experiencing this, because if you come with the drama, with your baby daddy on your mind, or something like it doesn't really fit. You're gonna miss the interaction, right? So you know what? There's this woman who contacted me about a couple weeks ago, and she sent me a message, and she sent me a message on Instagram. She DM'd me and she said, "I'm getting married. I have to have you at my party. At my wedding reception. It's next year." And the story that she told me was that the day that she met me, her boyfriend had broke up with her, right? Her boyfriend broke up with her, and she didn't want to be at the party because he did at the party, and she was ready to leave. But my picture of me standing on the table, what's so crazy is I remember this exact day that she is talking about, even though I don't remember meeting her. But she has a picture of me standing on the table with my mic, because in between me DJing, I hopped up on the table to MC. And this party is like one of my favorite day parties that I do in LA. And so it's just a really good party where people don't, it's at a juke joint kind of the Cork. Anybody from LA know what the Cork is? It feels like the Cork, but just right. So you got your older group of people that are there. So we're playing soul and 90s. It feels good. And she said that she only stayed because of me. And she was like, "You were so on that day. You were so on that day. I have to have you at my wedding," because now she was like, because of that day, I actually found someone else. She was like, I left or whatever, and there was this guy that I had just been friends with, and I had told him, and he confessed his love for me, or his interest. And she was like, because of you, I feel like I found my guy. And so I got the gig basically. Next year I'll be doing her wedding. But it's that kind of thing where if she'd have stayed in her mindset of being upset about her breakup, there wouldn't have been a connection between her and I for her to, release that and keep it, keep it cool and keep it fun and just forget, what, that happened today. Let's I'm going to party.
On to the next.
And that's the most important part. And obviously I was being myself. Because when it gets good to me, like I said, I don't want to say I'm unpredictable, but there's that I'm having a good time too. If I see the people that are having a good time, there's this exchange that happens, where the more energy that I get from the folks, in return I feel exactly. It's a very yin and yang, universe type relationship that you have to give to your audience, and in return, that's hopefully what the DJ is giving to you.
Right. And that's what you got. I mean, you really do bring the energy to all of the events and stuff that you do. And, you really make people feel a part of it. And that's why the relationship, in my opinion, is so great between the DJ and the audience. Yeah. But here's another thing that I want to know, because I I mean, I'm from old school when you guys were, when we had DJs that was spinning records and stuff. What's your opinion about, do you think that vinyl records should be manufactured again? And if so, why?
Oh, absolutely. Still a collector, and I more so obviously older records that's what I look for. The newer records not so much, just because I don't feel like they'll hold the same value as older records, and I think that vinyl is becoming I mean it's they're like the animals in the forest that disappear. It's like is when you find something old in that form, it's like, oh God, I gotta have this. I think there still are records that maybe 40 years from now would be considered classic. Not many as there was back in the 70s, but because people now are just making records that rhyme, and they're very repetitive, so that everybody sounds alike. So when you have that one record that is everybody loves over 3 generations, that record is something that in 50 years from now will be that classic record. So if those record labels would be able to put that on vinyl, and then and our kids are in their 40s, and if they came across it, it would probably give them the same feeling that I have about finding a record from 30 and 40, 50 years ago. So I did, and being a DJ that started on vinyl, there's nothing like it. Any of my students, I taught them first on vinyl. I don't agree with not learning the history of the culture. You can't just jump in. This ain't double dutch. You can't just jump in. You gotta learn the history
to make it sound nice, and we need to get credit for them. And that leads right into another question. What's your opinion or your view on this celebrity DJ versus like the real DJ who spins records? Like, I'm really pissed off about the fact that these celebrity DJs make more money than the original DJs that brought this whole art to fruition. What do you feel about that?
That's a topic, because it devalues the culture of DJing, number one, and two, I've seen, because I've been living here in Vegas for the last almost 5 years, and there's the big billboards down here, and when you have those artists that come here and they're getting 80,000, 200,000 for a night, but in reality, what's happening is they're on the mic hosting, and the resident DJ of the club is actually the person that's playing the record. That person is the celebrity DJ, is telling the DJ that's there throughout the week anyway what to play. That cheats it. It's like you're not even. How are you a celebrity DJ? Well, how does that work in any shape or form? And then the people that have learned how to push some buttons on a controller and go and DJ, and they're playing like one song at a time or pre-recorded mix, which I've seen in person before. That's unbelievable for me to watch a DJ Milli Vanilli. Their set was crazy, which lets me know if somebody recorded that for you and you're just looking there, when the transition, you've listened to the mix enough times so you know where the next song is going to fade in, you pre-recorded this yourself, possibly, and you're still mocking it like that's not real. Every scenario, I'm still not that type of DJ that pre-sets up for the night. Every time you see me spin,
you gotta go with the vibe. You gotta go with the vibe.
Yeah, you have to, because I can hear at home. I'm gonna play this, then I'm gonna play this, then I'm gonna play this, then I'm gonna play this, and I get there, and that group of music that I chose doesn't fit the people that I see or the
Right.
environment that I see. So, you know, I never pre-plan. And literally I decide the first song I'm going to play within 5 minutes of walking up to it's like, okay, all right, let me scope. Okay. And when I play that first song, then everything off of that is in the moment right there.
Right. That's the difference. I mean, the creativity is lost in the art form when you're doing it from a digital standpoint, you know.
Right.
And I really just hate how we always take a beating in our culture. We're the creators, and then the imitators get to make the money. And, you know, it's just always we bring the food to the table for other people to eat, and then they forget about who fed them, which is us, you know. And that's what's really pissing me off about this DJ thing, you know, because I know a real DJ when I see one because of the interaction that you have. But again, we are constantly being robbed from our culture. And that's why I need people like you, guests like you, to bring the real to it. And that's why I asked those sort of questions, because this ain't make believe. This is our life. And we need to start standing up and knowing that this is something we brought to the table, and we got to continue to eat from it. You know, so when you have a celebrity DJ versus somebody who's a real DJ, you see what I'm saying? It's a whole different language and a whole different sharing that takes place. You know, we need to just stick with the authentic DJ, and the celebrity DJs, I don't know what they need to do with them, but they need to get out our lane, because we need to eat. You already got some money. I'm trying to earn some money by something that we created in our backyard, and then y'all done took it to the club and making 80 grand off it. You know, that continued. That could be continued. But it just really...
Like, money slap you. Yeah.
Yeah, it really pissed me off.
And that's pretty much all I can say. But at the same time, I'm sorry.
Did I say Paris Hilton?
Oh yeah. We gonna leave her alone.
Yeah, we gonna leave her alone. We love you, Paris. But we need to get ready to go to the grill.
Okay.
We need to go to the grill, baby, so we can bring these snacks up and see what's going on. So let's grill it. We're going to grill it and flip it and rub it down and let the people know what we feel about these things. Snacks. Now, we're in the bunker. You know, we got to practice social distancing. We can't breathe on each other. We can't share a sandwich no more. Now, my issue is with these, how are you dealing with your snacks being on lockdown? Because I'm not doing a good job. What are you doing, Spark, to get through these tight moments?
Well, I honestly, I have, I don't really have a snack issue. I eat snacks all I want. Now, what I will say is I'm not really a sweet. I can't take much sweet. So my snacks are like, you know, chips or popcorn, graham crackers. You know, I got a lot. I don't know. Turkey jerky. I don't eat beef or pork. So let me think. No, it's we go. Yeah, turkey. No,
really, can you
say it again.
Is that nice and chewy, the turkey jerky?
Yeah. Fine. If you good kind, you gotta spend a little money because turkey is a little more expensive, but it's good to you. It is good. Have it in flavors just like they do, you know, with the beef kind. But it's good. If you get that good, it'll change your life.
Right. Okay, I need to look for the turkey jerky, because right now I'm eating stuff like gummy bears.
Okay.
You know, because right now, Spark, I need comfort. You know, I'm on lockdown. I want something that's like smothered pork chops with gravy. And, you know, I want some real food. I'm not comfortable right now.
You want a pork chop as a snack, though? I just, you mentioned gummy, so I have a new favorite gummy candy. I like fruity, right? So that's how I get through with my candy. It's got to be fruity. It has to be. In general, I'm a Sour Patch Kid, watermelon, peach rings, all kind of thing, right? Okay, Sprouts has, not to promote Sprouts, but Sprouts has a vegan gummy that is so good. It's so good. And the reason I shouldn't even say that it's vegan, because people, they think that instantly that means nasty, right? It really, if I just gave it to you without you knowing, you wouldn't even know that there was really any difference. The difference, what makes it vegan, is that it's not made with gelatin, and gelatin is basically pork and pig. But oh my God, these candies are so great, so good. I wish, because they're downstairs, I wish that, I mean, you buy them at Sprouts, they're in the bulk section, so you can buy them, you can weigh it, and it's per pound. So yesterday we bought about 2 pounds of gummy candy. If you can imagine what that looks like, it's literally a Ziploc bag full of these gummies, because we went to one store and they were sold out. So we went to another store and just bought what was left. So it's a lot of them, but they're great. They're so good. They're so good.
And you know what? We're limited on the food supply now, so I don't know which Sprouts you went to, because they stopped selling all the bulk items. Like, we can't go down there no more and just get a spoon of the gummy bears or whatever, because I get all my gummy bears from Sprouts. Well, but they're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, they're not refilling it. So what's there is what's there. That's what they told us yesterday. Like, literally, I was just there. So, like I said, one store, they had already been sold out. And this one, they removed all the scoops. So you corrected that. But what they did was I guess after store hours, measured out pounds. So you can't buy half a pound. You have to buy the whole bag, because they're not going to.
Oh, okay. So you can't nickel it down no more.
Yeah, they let you use that.
That's for a barrel. They got it somewhere.
They let you use that
scoop. Once you buy them anymore, right?
Right.
No
right.
return.
Yes, so that's the deal. I love those candies. Those are so good. It literally tastes like whatever fruit flavor it's supposed to be. It's that, and they're the greatest. What else do I like? I mean, eating sandwiches and.
What about the white cheddar popcorn? What about the white cheddar popcorn?
Oh, white cheddar is the best. I had some last night. I spun yesterday. I did this whole Corona thing has opened up a whole new avenue of income for a DJ, right? So last night I did a private party.
Okay.
Online, got paid to DJ for 3 hours for like about, I think it was 12 people on the stream.
Wow.
Yeah, it was interesting. And I was drinking and talking, like it's also very different because I don't have people in front of me. So there is this intimidating thing for me because I can't see if the people are having a good time.
Right.
Favorite song. But the person that hired me, we just in text, I was like, yo, you good? What you want to hear? And he was like, yo, shout this person out. He was telling me names of people that he could see that was a part of the stream. And he was like, oh, shout this person out. And I was like, all right, what up, JoJo? Welcome to the online party, whatever. Everybody, happy birthday, Saeed. It was great. Last night was so different. I can see this being something that, from now until the future, just getting better and, enhancing.
Yeah. You know what? That was actually, we were going to talk about that. So let's take the snacks off the grill. And I just want to say to everybody, please make sure this week you grab a carrot, a celery stick, a salad. Because I wasn't doing that. And I tell you, Monday, I'm back on. I'm not going to be sitting here spreading and stressing. So I'm taking snacks off the grill. We burned it. We fried it. And I'm not going to be eating bad next week. I promise you, Spark. I'm going to find the gummy bears, though, you talked about. Once I find those, then I'm done.
Yes, you gotta get. Listen, you know what though? You put carrots on the grill. Put some peaches. Put peaches on the grill.
Oh, okay.
And, oh, yo, you can still have the grill. Still have the grill. You just gotta make it a little more. You gotta have a variety. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Good stuff. Good stuff. So let's keep this thing moving on. My next question for you is, what would you say is the difference? We talked a little bit about the vinyl record versus the digital, but what do you feel, in your opinion, is the difference between spinning a vinyl record versus a digital recording or whatever, in your opinion?
It's definitely the feeling. Uh, um, Having vinyl is more intimate. To feel the texture of the vinyl. I know this is gonna sound perverted, but there's this connection of your fingertips touching vinyl that you cannot, you can't substitute it for anything else. I think that was the reason why Newmark made one of their controllers had blank records. Like they're like a little bit bigger than 45, so like 78 size, and they sat them on top of the platter, and that controller actually was really successful with DJs that started on vinyl, because it still gave us the feeling of vinyl. So it's just it's this thing you can't really anything like having vinyl under the fingertips to control it. It's just more of a classic feel opposed to having the jaw feel. I mean, the jaw feel, don't get me wrong, it does a great job, especially as technology advances, but having vinyl under them fingertips is nothing like it. It's classic.
Would you say it's like having, the difference between having laying beside a blow up doll versus a real human? Like, with a human, you can feel it and taste it and, all of those things. But with a blow up doll, not so much, So would you say it's more of that sort of difference between the vinyl? Vinyl is like real hair, right? Like I got on my head.
There you go.
The other one, which is like a wig. No disrespect for a wig, but with your real hair, I can feel my hair, I can scratch it. But then with a wig, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm sweating or not underneath. You know what I mean?
I might have a pro under there or something. Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? So that sort of thing, you gotta get that vinyl spinning and keep it spinning. But my next question for you is, how can we follow the DJ for the fly? And tell me what the DJ for the fly means.
You know what? Sometimes I just think of random things to call myself that, are just different. So on my website, it says the professional party rocker, which lets you know that I'm about my business, but I also do my job. We rock, but we got to handle this business, meaning professionalism, in my opinion, means I'm on time. All those things, because you can have a DJ that you love, but are they professional? Or my DJ was late, or their equipment was busted, or I have relationships that enable me to have top-notch equipment. You know what I mean? Right. And you're gonna pay me for my time, without a doubt. But at the same time, I have this. Always got to be balanced. So to what it says on Instagram, DJ for the fly. I feel like everybody on my resume, everybody that has actually had me be there are fly people. Teddy Riley, Herbie Hancock, Lalah Hathaway, Omarion. I feel like I have created this resume spans over different industries in the entertainment as well. So Gibson is high because they're the top notch at what they do, which is building guitars. My affiliation with them isn't through guitars, it's through the fact that they actually purchased Stanton and Cerwin Vega, which I was raised on Cerwin Vega speakers. they
Right.
purchased those companies, which I had a relationship with those companies now. I think it's been 11 years, and so Gibson companies about 5 years ago, and because of the acquisition, I became a part of the Gibson family. So now I'm DJing for Gibson events, or the fact that, you know, I work with Macy's or any of my corporate clients, the festivals that I've done. I feel like I DJ for fly things. So I'm the DJ for the fly. That's
it. Which give us your website and stuff like that so we can be able to follow the DJ for the fly. Because I know I want to be around fly people too. So what's your website, and give us your Instagram and all of that. We got your Instagram up, but what's your website?
So my website is the same as my Instagram. It's onedjspark.com. ONEDJSPARK. There's no S on the end. Everybody likes to put an S on the end because, you know, the affiliation with the name affiliation with like the girls basketball team. But there's only one me, so that's how you have to feel about it. You know, it's one DJ Spark and .com. Everything.
And girl, you are number one. You got your thing together, and just proud of you, man, and just really, really like what you're doing. I mean, you're in school. You're going back to school, right, to get your degree and stuff. And man, I mean, that's the way you stack a sandwich, baby. You just layer it with meat and lettuce and tomatoes, and you just build one of those delicious sandwiches. You can tell I'm hungry, right? That you can take a bite out of right now. So, you know. And then my last question, DJ Spark, how did you get in my backyard?
I got in your backyard. Actually, I've been in your backyard since I was like 3. I think that was the first time I've been in your backyard. And, you know, over the years, I've been looking over the fence like, hey, okay, all right. And now I officially made it on the grill in the backyard.
Oh, man. Like I said, man, I am so happy that we had the time to get together today and talk about all the cool stuff you got going on, and, you know, really look at this thing. You know, I know that we couldn't be together, but we always together, girl, always together in what it is. And I want to kind of take us out with the quote: music is our drug and the DJ is our dealer. So pump me with DJ Spark. Pump me with
I got you. As a matter of fact, in about 30 minutes, I'm going to stream live. So you're going to get your fill.
All right. I'm going to tune into you, you know, and make sure that I go ahead and type in and let you know that Rappers in the Backyard got your back. We love you, DJ Spark, and we're just so happy that you spent your time with us today. You know, rain, sleet, or hail, baby, we get together regardless. And what we do cannot be stopped. So you keep doing your thing, you keep spinning, you keep growing, and you keep doing what you do so that other people that look like you know how to do this DJ thing right. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Rappers in My Backyard is the podcast that stays lit. We rap about relationships like the one me and DJ Spark got, music and entertainment. Make sure this week while you out that you take the opportunity to talk, express, relate, and connect, because that's the way we keep our lives in check. So make sure you subscribe, like, comment to our YouTube channel. And thanks again to the one DJ Spark, my girl, lighting up the scene. And we're going to keep following you and growing with you and checking in with you and make sure that physically you come back to the backyard after we're off of lockdown.
Right.
So thank you again. We love you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next Sunday. Rappers in My Backyard. I'm Lisa O, and I'm running this thing. I'm the host with the most, and I'm extra today. So shout out. We love you guys, and thanks so much for tuning in. Keep it right here. Love you guys. We're out.
Later.
We rap about relationships, entertainment, and music. You heard?